I may have to redo it because it's taken just a minute. Um, let's see here. Yes, let me redo this really quickly because it's not connecting. All right.
And I'm standing up like I tell all of my clients when they do presentations, stand up, and there I was sitting down going,
That's
that's
great.
not good. So there you go.
Yeah, you're like, okay, wait, I know, and I don't really have room to I don't have really have room to stand up. Um
Right. Well, I think when you're doing what you're doing, it's okay. But because I'm going to be introducing my friend, I think I need as much air and movement as possible. So here I go. Or
I
when we
I
go.
agree, yes, because you are going to be standing up and it's not going live. What is on Facebook? We're just going live in YouTube. And I know we have lots of fun people joining us
Yeah.
on in my group. So I really want to do that. Let's see here. It's still aha. There's the reason why it erased my key. Okay, all right. So what I'm going to have to do really quickly is I need to pause the live. Oh, nope, there it is. There it is. Just a little technical glitch there, but we are yes. So now let me go live in the group and we are live in the Facebook group. Thank you. Fantastic. Okay, now that we have our little technical glitches out of the way there, I want to welcome everyone back to the Feel Good Sales Podcast. I love these days, and I am super pumped today because I want to introduce Allison Wonders. She is an incredibly talented speaker and presentation coach. She has guided over 200 TEDx speakers through the art of delivering impactful and memorable speeches. She's not just a coach, y'all. She's a TEDx speaker herself and the mastermind behind helping individuals and companies elevate their presentations. And y'all know what I'm really stoked about for some extra fun? Joining us today is her absolutely hilarious puppet, Cecil. Now, the deal with Cecil is he has a very, let's say, classic approach to
He
selling.
does.
So we'll be chatting with Cecil about his old school sales mindset. Think pressure tactics and hard sales here, and how it contrasts with the feel good sales process. I can't wait for y'all to hear what Cecil has to share.
I can't wait to hear what he has to say also, because, I never know what's going to come out of his mouth.
I love that. I love that. Yes, it's I am in awe of what you do. Like every different part of what you have to do. So I'm actually going to say at everyone in here um so that everybody can join us. All those little technical things because I want everybody to hear this. So I am inviting everyone. There you go. There you go.
Come on
Now,
in, everybody. Come
right?
on. Let's learn. Let's grow.
Let's learn, let's grow, let's talk to Cecil. I would love to hear some comments from the group too. I'm sure we will be able to handle that. So, without further ado, let's introduce Cecil.
Yeah, so Cecil is my friend. Cecil is kind of old school. He's a salesman. He sells, all the stuff at the dollar store. Well, he sold that before there was a dollar store. So all those tchotchkes, that's kind of what he did. So he thinks he has a lot to say. So I was like, Michelle invited me on this podcast, and he's like, I would like to come on the podcast. Hello, let me fix your tie. Hello, what's that? I don't know. All right, I am Cecil, and Hello, Michelle, and hello to all the people out there. And yeah, I got a lot to say, so you can go now.
Hello, Cecil. Nice to have you on the podcast. Nice to
Hi.
have you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
yeah, I am super excited about really talking to you about your sales process. Okay, so how you do it compared to how we're doing it. Okay, how I'm teaching my clients to do sales in a new and different way and a process that actually feels good. All right. And is really, really more
Look,
customer focus.
there's only one way. Well, no, there's many ways. Well, I'm going to tell you the right way. Well, we're going to discuss it. I told you you can go now. I can't go. Yeah, go. I can't go. We're a team. See what I'm dealing with? All right. Shh. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so let's talk about customers. Okay. Let's talk about now it's customer centric. Okay.
What
What
the
are your
heck?
thoughts on that? Yeah.
Centric? What is she talking about? Customer centric? Listen, in my day, customers were just quiet people who just listened to me. I could sell them anything. It wasn't about them, it was about me. It was about selling them the best gizmo in town. No one cares about them. No one's talking about them. It's all about me. And that is called Cecil's customer centric.
And
Is it
how did that work for you? That's great. Cecil.
what?
Yes. Yeah.
How did that work for you, Cecil? I was very good at what I did. I just kept talking and talking and talking, and then they just bought it so you would be quiet. Really? Really? You think that's how it was? I really do. Well, what do you think? Yes,
I
let's hear
have
what
to
Michelle
agree.
thinks.
Yeah, I have to agree. So, yeah, you would just keep talking and talking and talking about your product and not the results and not how it helped your customers, right? So,
No, who cares?
oh, okay. Yeah. So who cares? I do. And I know Allison does.
I
And I
do.
know all of my clients and everyone listening does. We do care. We do care. So let's move on. All right. We've got how you feel about customers.
Thank
What
you.
about your what about your sales approach? Let's talk about your sales approach.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for asking. I believe, what do you believe in? I believe in pressure. Pressure. Oh no, the dog, quiet. See, the dog makes noise in the middle of the podcast. I believe in pressure, lots of pressure. Like really put your finger to it and make them want to buy it. You gotta buy it because if you don't buy it right now, it's gonna go away. No. I think that's the good tactic. What do you think? I don't think it's a great idea. Why
I,
not? No.
I don't either. I don't either. That felt really bad. That felt really bad. Telling me it's going to go away is kind of an old school system. And in the end, is it really going to go away? Or is that just a pressure tactic like you were talking about? Yeah.
Yeah, that's listen, we don't do pressure anymore. We like get to know people. We're not really trying to sell. Then why is it called sales? Well, that's what I'm saying. It's changed a lot. Like it's no longer we're just pushing people to try to buy. We're actually giving away a lot. It's a lot about giving. So really honestly these days it's the more you give, the more potential you have for getting. What year is it? It's 2024. Well, something's not right. Yeah, it is right. It is exactly what's happening in 2024. I mean, I really like to give to my clients, right? I want them to feel like they're getting way more than they paid for. Like the value is just out of this world because I really care about my clients. Oh my goodness. Now I'm feeling a lot of pressure. Well, this is the new way. This is the way it is today.
It is, and it feels a whole lot better. It feels a lot better to care about people. That's how we are as humans. Okay. And I think that's one reason why old school tactics do feel so bad, is because we weren't taking the humans into consideration and how we are actually we want to nurture, we want to care, we want to share. And like Allison, I could give my stuff away all day long. I could just talk about it and give and give and give and share and share and share and give
Well,
that value.
you said it's about being human, but I don't know if you noticed, but I'm not human. Okay, well, maybe in puppet sales, you can have pressure and you can do all that, but in human sales, it's a little different. Oh, glad I'm not a human. Yeah, well, it's not easy being a human. Oh, it's not easy being a puppet.
it's it's not easy being human, but it is fun. And we do have help along the way. So let's see what else we have in store for us. um I think I know, but what is your communication style, Cecil?
Oh, well, thanks for asking. So here's what I think. I talk, you listen. Simple as that. I talk and talk and talk and talk like I'm doing right now. I keep talking, you listen, and again, before you know it, you're like, let me get that whatever you're dying, goodbye, Cecil. Well, that's really not the way we do it today. Today we listen. We really want to hear what people have to say. And when we understand what they need, then we know whether we can actually, give them what they need or we have what they need. I mean, sometimes, and you're not going to believe this, Cecil. What? Sometimes I talk to someone and I really don't have what they need. And then you tell them something that they want to hear? No, no, I don't tell them anything that they want to hear. I don't, I tell them I don't really think it's a really good match for us because it's not. You turn someone down? Yeah, I've actually done it a couple of times. If I really feel like I can't give what that person needs, I say no. There is no in sales. Well, there is no no in sales. So there's an es. There's not a y. But if you're salesy, maybe there's a yes in there.
Hey, I like that. There is a yes in sales. And I love that approach, Allison. I love that uh, we can tell someone that we're not a good fit. Okay. And we can even maybe refer them, because then they will respect us and they will come back around. So it's maybe not what they need at this time. But what we can also do, I have, so one of the feel good sales, one of the letters is G, and it's called grow. All right. So we can maybe even take what that person has said and think, okay, how can I incorporate that in the future? How can I meet maybe more clients' needs? So it's okay to grow and refine and to not stay stuck in the past, to take action and to grow in our business and to grow our business. That really feels good as well.
Oh, now I get why it's called the Feel Good Podcast. It's all about feeling good. Yeah, I'm feeling really good about talking and talking and talking and you all listening, because I want to sell you something. I got a podcast. Yeah, that's right. No, you don't have a podcast. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm not doing the podcast. Well, I am. Well, how are you going to do it without me? I don't know who she thinks she is. Okay, moving along. You move along. Okay, Cecil, we're together. We're doing this together. Sorry.
We've covered that, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think that's a great idea, Cecil. I think
I
it would
think
be
so too.
a
Okay, we'll
brilliant
talk about it.
podcast. All right. All right. And uh, um, Cecil,
Yeah.
One of the things that Allison and I were talking about before we got on is that we're both part of a Find Your Voice challenge by Stacey Lawrence, and she wants us to do that thing, and I'm loving it. So just as a side note, that's actually how Allison and I met, and she did have another puppet on at that time when I first met her.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, I was on today. If you're doing Find Your Voice, I'm on it. She dared Allison to say if she had all the money in the world, what would she do? And I said, buy me a place in Boca. And she said, eh, right? I want a podcast and a place in Boca. All right. I'm feeling real good. Thanks, Michelle. I'm feeling
You're
real good.
welcome. I know, Cecil, you want it all, don't you?
Yeah.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. That is, we want it all too, but we want it to feel good while we're getting there.
Yes.
so, since you're a bit old school, Cecil, how do you feel about using technology in your sales?
Technology in my sales, I would say no technology for me. I like 10 and paper and lists and driving. I am not interested in this whole technology business. Well, this is technology right now. Well, I like this. Well, then you like technology. All right. Okay, I'm going to start doing technology. What are you selling? What are you selling, Cecil? I'm selling me. Okay. All right. He's not much for technology, but we know if we're going to be successful today, we have to embrace technology for real. Do I love it? No, I don't. Do I love this? I love this. If I can just do this all day, get me my clients, I'm in. Let's do it. Okay, maybe we will. Okay.
I agree. This is a brilliant way to get clients. And the thing with technology is that once you learn how to do it, it's easy. All right. So just like those hearing aids that maybe, hearing aids are technology, right? So once you learn and once the doctors tweak it to where you need to go, where it needs to work for you. So technology is fantastic. And one of the technologies that I use and I love, and I know Allison loves it too, is Chat GPT.
Yes, we love AI. What do you think about that, Cecil? Hey, I don't think I like it. That's funny, isn't it? I know. We love that joke. Yeah, I love it more than you. Okay. You know about AI? Well, I do. I use ChatGPT a lot, and I'm a speaker coach, so I really help people write and deliver talks. Now, I do not think ChatGPT can write it can write a really good speech, but it cannot put in all those pieces that make you. But there's some moments where it is really useful. Absolutely. I ChatGPT for me is my partner, and I always have it open on my other screen, and I love it. I am a fan.
I'm an absolute fan too. And so they just came out with an update, actually. But this part of Chat GPT that I love to use is the voice technology. And you use it on, oh my goodness, it's so fantastic. It's on your phone. So you need to have the app on your phone and you press the little headset. Okay, not the microphone, but you press the headset and you have a conversation with Chat.
Oh.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's a great way to brainstorm. So what I do is I do a little bit of a brain dump and I talk it out and then I ask Chat to organize my thoughts and what do you think? So I always get a response and then we just talk back and forth and to help me clarify my ideas. That's one of the major reasons I use Chat is to help me clarify my thoughts.
Uh-oh, you're going to be out of business. I might be, I don't know, right? And I'll grow with it. But because I really do help people find and clarify their talks. But Chat GPT is amazing. There's no question about it. So, I think it just gives more opportunity for people to do the things that maybe they can't pay a coach to do, right? I mean, this is,
Yes.
I think the coaching part comes when you're just, you don't even really know what you don't know. And so you can really get some clarity to get that message. And then certainly you can go there. I think that's great. I would love to talk to ChatGPT. I use that's how I use now. I don't even use Google. I just like, tell me the answer. I like just having one clean answer rather than all the noise of the Google. I don't like all the noise, I realize. Well, you make a lot of noise. I make a lot of noise. Yeah, you should hear her. What can you be on my side? Can you help me feel good? Can you say one nice thing about me? Yeah, I like your hair. Thanks. Thanks, Cecil.
I like it too. I like it too. Now, what I tell my clients and what I like to say is that ChatGPT is your VA or it's your coach until you can get one, until you can afford one. Okay. Like you said, using a coach is brilliant. We're tapping into all the knowledge that Allison has, okay, that ChatGPT does not have, right?
Hello. Okay.
Tapping
Yes.
into that knowledge like Cecil is literally.
Well, I don't have a lot up here, honestly. It's all stuffing up here. Yeah, not so good. I'm only as smart as she is. Huh. You see what I'm dealing with? Okay, be nice. All right. We're talking about sales. All right. What else do you want to talk about? Anything. Whatever
All right.
Michelle wants to talk about.
Yes. So we talked about technology. All right. So what's your sales process? Because that's what I have. I teach a sales process. I teach a feel good sales process. So what's your sales process, Cecil?
All right. Step one. Here's the product. All right.
Good
Step
stuff.
two. Buy the product. I think you might be missing some steps. Step three, move on to the next sucker. Okay, Cecil, come on. This is not the way it's done. Well, it is in my day. That's true. It was in your day, but it is not the way it's done now. And I am really interested in hearing Michelle's process. Yeah, what do you got, Michelle?
So a major, shall we say, flaw with that, Cecil, is that a lot, a lot of your clients are renewals. Okay. And they also come from referrals. Yes. So if you sell them the product and then you move on and that client doesn't come back, you've lost that. You've lost a huge part of your business by not keeping in contact and not making a connection with that client. Yeah.
Well, good thing I'm not in sales anymore because I don't know how to do all this fancy schmancy talk to the people and make them feel good stuff. Well, maybe if you sold something today, you could get your place in Boca. Yeah. So you'd have to kind of learn this whole way of selling. You want to go to Boca? I do. Let's do a podcast. That's not going to get us to Boca. You're going to have to sell something and make some money. All right. All right, Michelle, what is your process? I'm interested.
It starts with the product, just like Cecil says. All right. Yes, you got that part right. It does start with the product. We have to know what we sell. All right. So we need to find and align. All right. But you need some way to sell it. So Cecil likes to get in his car and drive around and sell. Okay. Sometimes that works. It depends on your product. It really does. And that's what I tell my clients as well. You have to go where your clients are. We need to find where your clients are. So that's part of the feel good system. And we need to establish and elevate, okay? Establish and build. We need to establish where our platforms, so do our Facebook profiles, do our website. All right. So get on the platforms and build those out. All right. Then we need to elevate and excite. All right. Yes, yes. We need to talk to our potential clients. We need to get the word out. We need to tell people actually what we do. We need to give them our services, just like what Allison was saying before. We need to show our value. So we need to excite people with actually what we do. All right. And then we need to talk about L, all right, leveraging. And that's where just a minute ago I was talking about your return clients. All right. So we have renewals and referrals and reviews. So leverage your network, leverage your clients, ask them the best referral, the best type of client, um, the best way to find a client, I guess I should say, is when somebody refers you, when someone recommends you. So think about, I don't know about Cecil asking him, but asking Allison, think about the last time you bought something. It was most likely because someone spoke about it, right? One of your friends referred you to this product. So you bought it because your friend actually referred you. Your friend actually gave a testimonial about that product. Might not have felt like it, but that's the L part, all right? In the feel. So you see what I did, Cecil? I mapped it all out with the letters feel good.
Well, I think that's really good. That I'm not going to be doing sales. This is way too much for me. So I think it's time for me to take a little rest. Okay. Well, see, so you go take a little rest. You do not have to do this. Old school is fine. We're just going to do new school. We love it. We're into it. We're going to give it away. We're going to go through the process. We're going to learn from Michelle, and we're going to make it happen the new way, because I am not into pressure and I am not into talking the whole time. So I am all into this new way of doing sales.
Right? I did love though that he had that down, that it's about your product. You got it. You got to know your product. And he was very passionate about that.
Very. And he was very successful at the time because that's the way sales was. I mean, he knew how to schmooze, and he had the personality. He that was the old way of doing it, and he was very successful. Nobody knew about all the things we know today, but now we do, and now we have to do it differently.
We do. We get to do it differently because it feels a whole lot better. Doing sales this way than it does the old school way. And I think that was, well, I know that was a barrier for a lot of women to become entrepreneurs, because we felt like we had to do it that way, right? We felt like we had to do pressure, and we had to manipulate people, and that's not how we wanted to do it.
No, I don't think I came in this game late as an entrepreneur. I don't think I would have ever liked it the other way. I love the way it is now. I love building the relationship. I love giving away as much as I possibly can. And then they get off the phone. At least they feel like they got something from me, because I don't want to waste their time. I'm thinking about their time, not just my time. So yeah, I'm very happy that this is where it's at, and that you can let go of people, and that there's some, fluidity in what you do. You don't have to do all the things. You just do the things that you feel are going to work for you, and you just keep trying. Keep trying. That's what I'm doing. That's why I'm here on your podcast.
I know. Keep going. It's all about the action. It really is. I've been thinking a lot about that lately. And that's another reason I created the Feel Good Sales Process, because I wasn't taking action on my own sales and marketing. And when you're not getting out there and letting people know what you do, how are people going to find our product?
It's true.
Are we going to drive around like Cecil?
Where nobody answers the door anymore, right?
Exactly.
No.
It's that salesperson again. Turn the lights off, duck.
Right, exactly. No, we're going to do it the new way. And yeah, and we're just going to keep showing up, right? We're showing up because now you have to show up on a camera. You have to show up in a way, social media. Maybe it was easier for people to show up and knock on a door, right? That might have been easier at the time. Probably not. But, it's never really easy to show up in a new place, but we just keep doing it, don't we, Michelle?
We do. We just keep doing it. And one of the things that I'm loving, especially about the Find Your Voice Challenge, is that we're all just showing up where we are. Okay. If it's late at night, that's great. If we're in our PJs, that's great. We're showing up as humans. And that's what feels good. It takes that barrier away because that's who we're selling to. We're selling to fellow human beings.
Well, and one of the hardest parts is finding your own self in these moments, in these videos, and being okay with it, right? So this Find Your Voice challenge I'm loving because I'm like, oh, I'm not really thinking about who's watching me. I'm just like, recording myself and just keep doing it because, it's funny because it's all the same as my work. My work is all about, you got to practice, you got to keep practicing your speech so that when you get up there, you feel natural. And it turns out you just have to practice talking like we're talking to get comfortable and not worry about who watches, and also not worry about if they do watch what they think, which is really hard, which I could tell you about another one of my friends named Marge, which is the inner critic, but we won't even get to that.
And what these puppets bring out in you, Allison, so that's kind of fascinating for me, is that you are tapping into a part of yourself. I don't know. Do you ever surprise yourself? Are you ever
Totally.
surprised?
Totally. Absolutely. I mean, this guy, Cecil, when I do stage shows, I honestly don't know. He's the only one I will let say whatever he wants to say. And I know it's me, but in a way, I don't, because I don't know what's going to happen. So yes, he surprises me all the time. And that's the fun part of it, right? Like just letting yourself create in the moment and see what happens.
Yeah. We have we've been taught, like, as a society, I guess, and as women, that our opinions and what we have to say isn't valuable. And it is. And I am so in love with where we are right now. Okay, that we're able to do this and that we're able to find communities that we can speak up and that we can be ourselves.
And I just, as we're talking, because it does take practice. You have to practice. You can't. If you get on a video, it's weird, it's awkward, it's uncomfortable. Like you have to practice, and you have to be bad a lot. It's going to happen, and that's hard to get over. I have a hard time getting over that. So that's this Find Your Voice challenge is a good thing for me because I am finding the voice I'm finding is the one that I can like talk to online. I can when I meet someone, I got that same voice. And when I'm on stage, I practice, but I haven't really done it here. So yeah, you got to keep practicing if you want to, be speaking on this platform. So thank you, because that's like a aha for me. In my work, like you said, you have to grow. Like that would be a next phase for me, is to really, help people just practice saying what they want to say so that they can show up and say it.
Yeah, I love that. Practice saying it in the mirror. What are some helpful tips? Like, how can we practice?
Well, I mean, I think you practice. Here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, you got to know what you're going to say. So the practice to me is you kind of have an idea what you say, and then you videotape yourself and you just put it out, because it's only going to be 15 seconds of their time. Nobody's going to care about you 15 seconds later. Only you're going to care about you. Nobody cares. Right? Nobody's thinking about you. They're on to the next one. So you just have to keep putting yourself out and being uncomfortable. And I mean, I'm still learning to do it too. I mean, I'm not great at it either. I feel very weird in that process, but I know that you just have to keep doing it and just have to remember, and that's how you get better.
Yeah, it's about knowing your product. It's about knowing what you sell, what the results are, how you can help. it really kind of starts there with the sales process. It's knowing that and being able to talk about it.
Exactly. Being able to talk about it. That's my part of this is, and I really appreciate this experience because it's really helping me to, just be real, right? Even if, and not worry about who's watching or what's it doing. This is really a practice for me. So thank you. And I hope there are people watching because that would be fun too.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I love providing this platform so that people can get on and have organic conversations and not feel pressured. I love talking to people. I think I have that gift. Well, I know I do. That's one of the gifts that I have is making people feel comfortable enough to talk about what they do and to have those aha moments. That is that is that brings me joy. And I I thank you so much for being on the podcast and bringing Cecil with you.
He's
And
napping right now. He would say something, but he's exhausted. That was a lot for him.
that was a lot. And you know what? That's a really good point, Allison, is that the pressure of the sales and the old sales tactics were exhausting.
Totally.
Hey, yeah. So we're connecting as humans. That's not exhausting. All right. So yeah. I thank you for bringing that up. That his old school tactics were exhausting, and we knew that. We intuitively knew that. Just thinking about it stressed us out. But
Yes.
anyway, thank you so much. So, is there anything coming up that you want to tell us about, or how do we get in touch with you? How can we tap into your brilliance?
Thank you. Well, I mean, if you are doing any speaking, you actually have a speech coming up. I help people to write and deliver from draft to delivery. If you just, want to get more comfortable in your voice, I can help you do that. I mean, I think just from being here today, I think I kind of understand a little bit more about how important that is. If you work for a company and you are looking for some team, presentation skills, I can do that. So anything in the realm of presentation and speaking and voice, I am open and available. And if you just want to chat, if you're like, oh my God, I want to be a speaker and I don't know what my idea is, reach out, free 30-minute consultation. Always happy to talk about people and their ideas.
Thank you. That is brilliant. And I think I might take you up on
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Yes, definitely. Yes. So tap into Allison's brilliance, her speaking, everything. So thank you so much
Thank you.
again. One thing that I've got coming up on Tuesday of next week, I'm super excited. I'm hosting a masterclass called Get Found, Make Money. All right, where I will be talking about the feel good sales process. And another part of the sales process that we didn't really talk about because we were talking about vocally speaking is your newsletter. All right. So your email newsletter. So I am going to have Liz Wilcox on. She is the fresh princess of email marketing. I love how she refers to herself. So she will be on, and that is next Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And I'm sure we'll go over because we're going to have some questions and question and answer time. And that's Texas time, by the way. So Central Standard Time. So I would love to have everybody join me to learn about the feel good sales process and actually implement part of it. So I'm so excited about that. And again, thank you so much for being on, Allison. And
Thank you.
we will have all of your contact information in the show notes. So if you do have a speech, a presentation, if you're thinking about a presentation, if you're thinking about being a speaker, please contact Allison, y'all. She is absolutely brilliant. And
Brilliant.
we kind of promised Cecil won't be there.
He will not. He's out. I don't know. I have others that might show up, but definitely not Cecil.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I'm going to stop the live stream now. I appreciate it.